Is the fact that our mothers are businesswomen, and we were little, well, since I was little, all I know is my mum being a businesswoman, having her shop. So, and likewise for you, and yeah, for you, Mammy, you're still in the family business. So it's very different for you, but as for me and Rahel, we're not in the family business. We've, I guess, moved on to do our own things.
I want to go out with my friends in the half term and the summer holidays, but I'm at the shop. I was like, yeah, these people.
So you couldn't go out with your friends? Did you sacrifice a lot of?
Yes, it's not that I couldn't go out with my friends, but I chose like my family business over friendships. Like I can go out with my friends on the odd occasion, but like I need to be at the shop. And where I lived to where the shop was, I used to see you on the bus. Yeah, when I used to finish school, I'll see Rahel. I'll see you on uniform, like in the air with people's braids, and like I'll be on the 279 watching down. God, like.
When you saw yourself, I guess, assisting with clients?
I was definitely younger than 10. I must have been like, it could have been 8, it could have been 9, but definitely before 10.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Stepping Stone with Cathryn. Today is a different episode. As you can see, I don't have one guest, but I have 2 lovely guests. And these are my sisters. We actually tried to shoot this 14 months ago. But 14. Have to be precise. It was around Valentine's Day. Do you remember? 14 months ago, and here we are. So this is going to be an interesting conversation because we have a lot of similarities in terms of our upbringing. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get into it. So hey girls.
Hi.
Thanks for making time again. How's everyone feeling?
Oh, great.
Great?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good? Ready? Okay, cool. So I've known both of you for, I think, definitely over 10 years. Maybe over 15? I can't do the maths.
Definitely. It could be
over 15. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, Rahel, we met when we were younger, but we didn't know, but then we met again. And Mama, we met in school, so here we are. Just give a backstory on your upbringing, because all of us are the youngest but the oldest. The youngest but the oldest, the only girls. So yeah, how was your upbringing like?
How would I even describe it? Yeah, pretty regular upbringing, I guess. Grew up in Tottenham, obviously crazy area. But yeah, being the only girl amongst boys, you kind of end up feeling like one of the guys, if you get what I mean. And your mum's best friend, at times sister, at times enemy. But yeah, no, it was pretty chilled growing up. It was good.
Okay, Mama.
Pretty much the same. Grew up in Edmonton. Have a lot of brothers, 5 to be precise. Not my mom's best friend. Definitely
when she said best friend,
definitely my dad's best friend. Yeah, maybe now. Definitely my dad's best friend. But it's true what Rahel said. You definitely grow up being one of the guys. Like your personality traits, you kind of see that. Yeah, I definitely took this from my mom. Like some of the things you do, even some of the words I say, I'm like, hey, that was quite Mandem-esque. Like, but it makes sense. So you got boys. They were basically like my older brothers, my dads, my friends, all in one.
Sometimes even my sisters.
Can you imagine? Like you don't have a choice. You
Yeah,
have to speak
yeah,
to those people.
yeah,
That's
true. Do you think they were like the protective type, or did they allow you space to breathe and do your own thing?
Well, for me, definitely the protective type. I was very, very much protective growing up. So there's certain things you just don't do, certain things you just don't go. definitely protective. But obviously, as you get older, you know, we're adults now, so no one's really gonna like manage my movements.
Yeah.
I feel like when you have brothers, you know the right thing to do.
Yeah.
They don't have to say much, but you know. But then I have quite a few like age. I have like one brother's like 2 years apart, so you relate to them on different levels. Like the older ones are kind of like your dads, and the young ones kind of like your bedrooms type thing, growing up in secondary school. But now we're all adults, so
yeah.
Nobody gets to everybody anyhow. Or growing up like. But yeah.
That's true. So the biggest similarity is the fact that our mothers are businesswomen, and since we were little, well, since I was little, all I know is my mum being a businesswoman, having her shop. So, and likewise for you, and yeah, for you, Mami, you're still in the family business. So it's very different for you. But as for me and Rahel, we're not in the family business. We've, I guess, moved on to do our own things. But growing up, seeing your mum work so hard, how did you see it?
I think when you're a bit younger, when I was younger, I didn't know it as, oh, my mom's working hard, but I just knew it as my mom's never there. Because I know my mom's at work, but my dad had a 9 to 5. My dad's a corporate man. So I was like, oh, I want to see my dad. But when you're a bit younger, you're not too in the know. But when I got into my teens, like secondary school, helping out on the weekends, that's when I was like, hey, the woman
it's
works
different.
hard.
Yeah.
Like, because I want to go out with my friends in the half term and the summer holidays, but I'm at the shop. I was like, yeah, these people.
So you couldn't go out with your friends? Did you sacrifice a lot of?
Yes, it's not that I couldn't go out with my friends, but I
you
chose
knew-
like
Yeah.
my family business over friendships. Like I can go out with my friends on the odd occasion, but like I need to be at the shop. And where I lived to where the shop was,
Yeah.
yeah, North London to Essex is quite far,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
imagine. But yeah,
What about you, Rahel? Because back in the day, when we were like, I guess year 8, year 9, I would come to your mom's shop. You would do my hair all the time. We'll try all these crazy styles, invisible parting.
not the invisible party. It was so funny. I used to see you on the bus here when I used to finish school. I'll see Rahel, I'll see your uniform, in the air with people's braids. And like I'll be on the 279 watching down. God, like.
So Rahel, what was that like for you? Because this is a service. Your mum does a service, and you, I guess, learned it. So did she teach it to you, or are you a visual learner? Did you just pick it up and you found an interest in doing hair?
I feel like it was a bit of both, really. I was always at the shop from primary school, straight to the shop. It was so irregular for me to go home from school. So like you just see it, you just constantly see this thing being done in front of you, and then you kind of get a curiosity for it, and then you just start doing it. And then the more I started to do it, then I would be asking for direction. Oh, is it done like this? And mums, if you're doing something wrong, even if you're doing it right, they'll add their 2 pence. So
how old were you when you saw yourself, I guess, assisting with clients?
I was definitely younger than 10. I must have been like, it could have been 8, it could have been 9, but definitely before 10. I know that.
So before 10,
you're
10, in the shop, taking clients.
Yeah.
What did you do, like washing? Keep it basic.
No, it was
okay.
That's an exaggeration. Like at 10, I had probably done my first wash.
Okay.
But I remember in my head that 10 being the age. 10 was the age where I started doing people, so it would be something basic, and then from washing it's
upgraded.
cornrows, and then from cornrows it's relaxing, and then
wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy it?
Ooh. Initially I did.
Okay.
Like I said, the curiosity was there. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm actually doing this. And then obviously I had my friends coming and stuff, and it was fun. And
did you charge me? I can't remember.
Probably initially I didn't, and then eventually I probably did. So like a lot of the time it was actually spending time with my friends that I enjoyed, because we'll do hair, then when we finish we'll go
out.
And then after a while you want to play out with your friends, like Mama was saying, and then you feel conflicted, because is it, do I play with my friends or do I help my mum make money? Do you get what I mean? So then there's a conflict there, and so eventually I didn't really enjoy it as much, and then took a step back from it.
How did you take a step back? Was that a conversation, or I guess as you were growing up, your mum kind of saw that, okay, she's in school, college is next, this is next.
She started to see that my focus was shifting, and naturally it became more my studies, and then getting like a normal part-time job where the hours weren't as long, if you get what I mean.
So because we were all around like our mums, and I guess their clients would be Ghanaians as well, how did you guys view that? Because for me, because my mum had like a food shop in the heart of mini Kumasi or mini Ghana, so everyone would speak Tree. I'll pick up the language easily, listen to my mum's conversations. So were you guys the same? Did you pick up the language or any of the culture quickly? being around your mum.
Definitely. I feel like if I wasn't at the shop, I would. My brother actually, one of my brothers could not treat like.
Yeah.
Even when mom was speaking, like, my mother's like me.
Oh yeah.
To stay in the shop full time for 2 years, because all the tuna world.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If not for
Pick it
that,
up.
Ghanaians don't care if you can't understand the language; they'll still be talking to you in that language. I'm telling you, I don't understand, but there's you have no choice but to pick it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely that played a huge part in me learning how to speak tree and stuff.
But I think for you, your mum had different clients though, right?
Yeah, my mum had different clients, but even prior to that, my dad's shop.
Yes. Oh my gosh, your dad had the shop as well.
Yeah, my dad's shop, it was an African food shop, and 100%, they even said I learnt tree before English. Like,
wow.
Because it's mainly Ghanaian people that are coming and they're all speaking the language, so I learnt tree very, very, very quickly.
So let's move on to school, because we all went to girls' school, and me and Mama always talk about our experience. Those 5 years, character building.
Definitely.
I will never forget, but I want to go back. Would you go back?
Would I go back now?
No, I mean, not for the entire duration, but at least to a flashback, a week.
A day maybe, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would so go back.
Really?
Take me back today.
But Mama, why no?
I wouldn't go back because I don't think I would do anything differently. I thought my secondary school experience was necessary. Everything that I needed to learn, I've learned. Definitely character building. The friends I've made were lifelong friends. The experiences I've had, I needed to have them weird experiences where you stop talking to certain girls for like a year, and then 1 year group is against the other year group. Half the years not talking to each other. I needed to have that. It's all part of it. So I don't need to go back and experience it.
Not experience, but I guess like reminisce.
No, I've got a lot of pictures. Sometimes, thank God for Facebook, I can go back and reminisce on that.
What about you?
Yeah, I would. I enjoyed secondary school. It was fun, you know, you don't have any responsibilities. Well, not like that in secondary school. So I would love to go back because everything was just simple, you know, go to school, you come home, do your homework.
Did you go home though?
Well,
exactly.
yeah, but not like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? It was just, even when you're there, you're still, you know, doing your own thing. So yeah, I would go back.
Yeah, I think for me, secondary school was when I had the most freedom, because like you said, Mama, your mum was always working. So my mum was always at the shop, and I mean, I didn't have to report to the shop after school, but sometimes I would. But most times I would be out gallivanting with you guys, and I don't even know what time I'll get home. But I think secondary school times, I definitely had like a lot of leeway, and I would say secondary school, character building, it felt like a movie. It is a movie. Someone should make it into a movie one day, because girls' schools, no joke.
Not for the faint of heart.
No joke.
Yeah.
Are you glad you went to a girls' school or not?
Yeah, well, I can't imagine
But
being in a
mixed
mixed school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have any like issues. Yeah, it's all I know, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I'm quite happy I did that. And I made some really good friends.
Yeah. What about you, Mama? You glad you came?
Definitely, because then I went to a mixed sixth form, and boys are very immature. That's what I did. Yeah, so girls.
And we already had. It felt like the boys were part of us anyway.
Because I have a brother school, but they're too immature for me. So yeah, I'm glad that I was in girls' school.
Yeah. So what has your experience with friendship been like as you've gone through adolescence to adulthood?
Friendship definitely evolves. Every season, I think like friendship's different, and you have different friends for different things. That's what I've learned to accept. I have my friends that, if I'm going through this, maybe my Christian walk, I'm gonna call normally Tebby. If I want to have a good laugh, maybe I'll call Divine. But if I speak every day, me and Cathryn speak, it's not a friendship anymore. Like this is my sisterhood. So you have friends for different seasons, and I've just learned that you have to give grace as well. I saw something on Twitter that you would forgive your boyfriend, but
your friend,
you need to extend grace, because growing up, people have different things going on in their lives. People are still trying to navigate life. What you're doing at 21, somebody's just now doing it at 27, 28. So just extend grace and like give people the leeway to grow and step back sometimes. Like friendship, I don't have to speak to you every day. I don't have time. You don't have time too. But it doesn't mean you're less of a friend than this person. That's it, really.
Yeah. What do you say about your friendship?
Yeah, I love my friends. I don't have that many that I'm particularly close to. But the ones that I do have that I'm close to, I value and I treasure very, very much. And yeah, what Mama said is true, you know. Sometimes you have to respect when a friendship has run its course. Sometimes you have to be able to pull back. And I feel like the older you get and the more you start to know yourself and the type of person you want to become, you have to recognize that, you know, some friends kind of need to fall by the wayside because it doesn't serve the person.
Yeah, it doesn't align.
There's no bad blood. That's
Yeah,
what you understand.
yeah.
It's not a you problem.
Yeah.
It's a me problem. Like,
But sometimes it's not even it's life.
Yeah, like
I mean, but the ones that are easier is the ones that like naturally
Yeah.
fade away. It's like, okay, there's love, we both know what it is. But I'll say for me, I guess you guys have had like insight into my friendships, especially from like secondary school going on. I feel like a point in secondary school, I was like very friendly with a lot of people. But when you open up yourself to be that friendly, then you open up yourself to get burned. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to close myself off though, because I'm just not that. I'm not that person, and I feel like because I don't have like sisters I've lived with, I viewed my friends as like my sisters. Like you girls, definitely my sisters, and I think now I'm able to really categorize like, okay, like where people fall, and I guess not take things personal as you said. But I think where we're at now is really important to know our tribe. And I guess the type of people we want to be with, be associated with, and in turn the type of person you want to be. A friend, do you know what kind of friend you are to people, like where you fall in your friendships?
yeah, I do. I feel like everybody needs to ask that question every so often. Because we're quick to say that, oh, this person is this to me, but are you a good friend to somebody else? So maybe I need to sit down and assess myself in my relationships. So like, hey, have I been a good friend to this person lately? And just scenarios where the friendship ended, even if it's over, but you need to assess yourself like,
what did I do?
Where did I go wrong? What can I do better in my other friendships? So yeah, I do probably need to sit back.
Oh, you need to
definitely need to evaluate different friendships. It's been a while. Sometimes you get it becomes familiar because you've been friends with us for so long, but I need to assess myself. Check in with myself.
So we'll book a date in the diary. What about you, Rahel?
I think all my friendships are different. I've got friends who I speak to more often than others, but I may not be particularly close with. And then I've got friends who were just banterous and it's just what happened a lot. And then I've got my friends who, let's say, like my Christian friends who, you know, we need to pray. Do you get what I mean? All the different friends have different purposes. Like I don't think I'm the same person to everyone. Or even if I am the same person, I don't think I have the same use to everyone. Do you get what I mean?
The same use. That's a good one. That's a word. Okay, that's interesting. And circling back to our mums, did you look at your mum and say, I want to be like her? Because I would say growing up, I don't think I said I want to be like my mum, but I think the things I started to do, being not learn how to do hair, even though she didn't do hair, but the fact that it was able to move from, I guess, a hobby into something a bit more, and it felt natural because if my mum didn't work for anyone, like why should I work for someone? But then in saying that, I still wanted to have a career as well. So I think the challenge for me has been balancing having a career and also having a business, whereas my mum just had her business to focus on. So I forgot my question.
Did you think you wanted to be like them?
Yes. So did you ever look at your mum that I want to be like my mum?
No.
I'll come back to you. How did you? Because you haven't given up hair completely, even though you're a corporate babe. You haven't given it up. So yeah, did you look at her like, okay?
Yeah, there's things about her that today, and I think I'm learning about her that today. I say, I wanna have these traits, or like.
What are some of the traits?
Let's
give our mums their flowers.
Like that woman is resilient. Like she's hardworking. She's entrepreneurial. She's business minded. she's like streetwise, if you get what I mean. She's thinking quick,
yeah.
she's not gonna let any situation sort of keep her down or whatever. So those things about her, and also she's mad funny. Like growing up, she was proper strict. And because like there were certain things that I was
afraid of being hard. Tread lightly.
But as an adult, no, that's my girl. So like those little things about her 100%. But obviously not everything because we're different.
Yeah.
We've got different upbringings. We've grown up in different places.
Yeah.
But
heavy on a different places.
Yeah.
Some forget.
So that's probably what my answer would be.
Oh, you said no. So why?
The reason I said no is because growing up, when I looked at my mom, I was like, she works too hard. I almost thought that I can't match this, I can't measure up. And I just said no. I remember when I was going to uni, how I chose civil engineering is I typed in the internet, highest paying jobs for women in the UK, and that was one, I think it was top 5. I said I'm going to do that. It was never part of my 5-year plan, secondary school, it never crossed my mind.
So what was part of your plan?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I would have even went to uni.
Really?
No. So my mom is like every word under the sun that describes hard working, resilience. That's my mother. I appreciate her, and I think like growing up now as I'm growing older, I'm just becoming more and more like her. Like I just look at her and saying, wow. All the things I'm literally a spitting image of.
That's my twin. Yeah, that's my twin.
I do some things I'm like, oh gosh, like that's such a hard thing to do. But growing up, no, my plan was not to be in the shop, not to run my family business, it was to be a corporate being. By now I would have moved out, bought a house, but life has its way. Yeah. And now I'm very much my family business, not in the family.
You
I
are.
am my family business.
No.
So.
Every day I call Mama. I know the reason why we're here shooting today is because this is my sister's only day off. From the clock. Every time I'm talking to her, like I know that she's got customers to serve, and I'll just stay on the line. Like she is so hardworking, and I don't think I know. There's not many people our age, or even from where we're from, who would sacrifice and do what you're doing. Because, like you said, by now you could be doing civil engineering. That's not a joke.
Exactly. That could be in the Middle East.
Oh.
That could be in Canada.
Oh. But it's not about that. You're doing what you're doing because it's deeper. Definitely. So what does it mean for you? Because like you said, it's a choice. You can actually sit your family down and say, do you know what, guys? We need to be on a rota because I can't do this by myself. So why have you made the decision to be, like you said, the family business?
I looked at my mom, and with the little information that she had, what she was able to do, I was like, oh wow, I've been to school, it's a first degree, a second degree. Like with my information, then I can do much more than she has done. And I just wanted to get to a place where I've put the shop in a position where it can run by itself, and me and my siblings don't have to be there. Yeah. Mom has done 24 years in that shop by herself, basic education, just. Like they just freestyle it. I don't know how they make it work.
Isn't it crazy how they came to this country with I don't know what they came with.
Honestly, I don't know how they
but just meeting other young people in their 20s trying to make it, but to get a property, pay rent, pay house rent, look after your children, get the children back home, back home.
And I'm building this, and I'm saying
my mum was the breadwinner back home. And every year, without fail, she'll make sure that we go to Ghana. And I look at, even now, I'm like, how did you do it? Because I know things have changed in the state of the economy, but back then, it wasn't easier. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it wasn't like mad, there wasn't a mad difference. So even how she was able to do that, like buy the equipment.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, yeah. So, Mummy, why did you make that decision?
So I have to put in place for, if my mom can do it for me, then me and my siblings have to do it for our children, our nieces, our nephews. So I'm just trying to put in a position where, not to pay my mom back, but to make her know that we do appreciate her. She has sacrificed her whole life for us. That's it. I have never gone without. I've had a very good upbringing. Everything I've needed and more, mom has been able to give to me. So it's just my way of showing that, okay, I've got my own plan, but I'm going to put mine on the back burner to kind of finish finish running your race for you since you're getting older, and then I can continue my own. That's it, really.
Wow, that's so selfless.
Sometimes you have to do that.
No, that's amazing. That is amazing. So we've spoken so much about our mums, and we know how hardworking our mums are. And I think another reason why they had to work so hard was because they're single mothers. So growing up in a home with a single mum, how was your relationship like with your fathers?
How can I describe it? I mean, we generally had a decent relationship. Like we didn't talk all the time. We don't talk all the time. But the love is very real between me and my dad. And I would say it just gives you a deeper appreciation for your mom as well.
100%.
Because you see how hard she's working, and especially like as an adult, you know, when you think about how many bills and all of these things, and then you're looking after children and, you know, providing money for school and all of these things, like, you just think, wow, like, you did all of that.
So saying that though, did you look at your dad some type of way, like, how are you gonna leave my mum to do this by herself?
I mean, at times, yes.
Yeah.
But then I try not to kind of get involved in their thing, because obviously you don't know, well, I certainly don't know the ins and outs of the situation, and I kind of just leave that for the adults, if you get what I mean. But as far as I'm concerned, that's my dad. So you know, regardless, he's still homeboy, if you get what I mean.
What about you, Mammy? Because I feel like you and your dad,
I'm a
you guys are
diehard
so
daddy's
cute.
girl.
I
I'm a
love you
diehard
guys.
daddy's girl.
But has it always been that way?
Yeah, since me and my dad have always been close. He's
Yeah.
literally my friend. I can call my dad for anything. My parents separated, I think when I was in my teens.
Yeah.
But still, to me, it was just like, okay, my parents are separated, but that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
Completely up to
literally,
you. I'm going to maintain my relationship with this man because that's my friend. Till date, my dad still sends me money for lunch. I'm a grown woman.
Yeah.
Can I get a salary? But me and my dad are very, very close. Like, I have different relationships with my parents. Me and my dad are more like corporate because he's in the same industry as I am. So we discuss those type of things, talk fashion.
Okay.
Talk
He's a fashionista.
Talk fashion, we talk clubbing, like I'm telling you, he's like,
He's the hip man.
yeah, he's that
Cool.
guy, like, I'm telling you, I went out, he goes, oh, he got drunk, that's how things, that's how we my dad are, so yeah.
I think for me, growing up, there was a period where I was close to my dad. I would say I was a daddy's girl. When it came to parents' evening, Mummy, you'll see my dad. That would be his job to visit my parents' evening. But I think as I got older, when I started to understand a lot more, and I guess think for myself and see for myself, then I guess my perception of my dad, it kind of changed. Like, oh, okay. But in saying that, there were times where I was a rebel, I would say. And not that my mom couldn't handle me, but I guess it wasn't easy like for her, especially having a teenage daughter and also worrying about your teenage sons. Even though they were good, there was nothing to worry about. But I think sometimes you get to a stage where you and your mom, like, there's a bit of friction. But I would say now, coming through everything, coming out of everything, I really do appreciate my mom and just how much she sacrificed for each and every one of us and the heart she has. Like, my mum maintains a good heart. She's not a bitter woman. In most of the situations she's been in, it can be easy to be bitter and to even, I guess, stop your children from doing certain things. But my mum has never been like that, always encouraging. So yeah, and I feel like where I'm at now, I work so hard to give back to my mum, like you said. Like, I'm working hard because my mum needs the life that I want to have. The life I'm going to have, my mum is going to enjoy it as well, because she didn't work this hard for me to not be somebody. So I was thinking, Mammy, you do have a business because you are a businesswoman, but aside from the business that you're running, are you interested in developing further businesses, or do you just want to focus on your career as a civil engineer?
In terms of the business, our current business, so it's what Afro-Caribbean Expo and type of things. I probably want to expand, but not get involved anymore, not hands-on, day-to-day things. I'll delegate, But my own personal things, I'm all things interior. I love construction, so definitely my next 5-year plan is definitely the plan.
Okay, you will, because I know the corporate industry you're in and the side hustle is different.
Completely different.
It's different. You have clients, but different type of clients.
Yeah.
So where do you stand with that?
I think it. I don't know actually. I think it just. I don't think they have to relate to each other.
Yeah. They don't have to.
So even though, like, I'm a lawyer and I deal with,
solicitor.
even though I deal with that type of stuff, I actually find it quite refreshing to have a completely different clientele, a lot of which consists of like my friends and like people who I'm close to.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have like different things going on, and also it's like a, you know, it's something that I can choose one day to make a big thing, maybe in this country, maybe in Ghana, hairdressing, or even law. So
You have options.
yeah. I've not decided what exactly, but definitely one or both of them. I would go into doing my own thing.
I love that we're not limiting ourselves. We can't, because there's so much to offer, and I think I've switched professions a few times, but the one I'm in, I would say, is something that I want to develop and explore further, because I think HR is very broad. You can do so many things. You can even go off and do your own thing. And with hair as well, I love doing hair. Hair's my baby, but it's so time consuming.
Especially the type of braids that
The type of
braids. There's braids.
Yeah. How's that at 9? What time are we gonna finish? Quarter at 6.
It's
The one day.
it's the art. It's the art. And I just feel like I've discovered that I like serving people. So with my 9 to 5, I serve people. When people come with queries that they can easily Google, just it's fine. I'll check in for you. And also doing hair as well is a service. I'm making people feel good. But I definitely want to expand. But I guess in which direction, but however I'm going to expand with hair, it needs to be in a way that would allow me more time for myself. And I would say this year I took more time for myself, and it was a bit different, like having weekends where I don't have to wake up early. I have to wake up early and pull hair, like I can just relax, but it's like, what do I do on this weekend? But it allowed me, I guess, time and space to really think about the options out there and what I can do. And obviously, this is my baby as well. Stepping Stone with Cathryn.
So, like and subscribe.
Thank you. It's been a challenge though. So yeah, just trying to balance everything has been so challenging. But my question for you guys, because I know it can be challenging for you as well, but what are some of the things that you like doing to, I guess, so you can breathe?
Catch a foot.
Okay. And we're catching a flight soon.
We're catching a flight soon.
I think I could.
We're going home. We're going home. Why are you coming around?
I'm trying to go on holiday every 3 months. So you know, like I need to grind for 3 months and have someone to look forward to. That gives you so much peace of mind. But on a day-to-day, well, going to the gym, going for runs, Thai massage, even though it's very expensive these days. Like self-care, looking after yourself, because when you're pouring out all the time, you're giving people, you need to pour into yourself. You meet, like, especially in a shop, you meet different people every day. People are just offloading,
trauma jumping.
Can you just buy that thing to go? But unfortunately, you can't. Like, you become this, like, the pillar of the community. Oh, quickly, I'm going to pop into this shop just to speak to something completely unrelated to what I know.
You're a consultant. I told you, you need to. What? The things people will ask me about.
I don't have the information, but I'll go and look for the information for you because they're your customers. It's like, you need customer attention. So I'm like, oh goodness me. So definitely pour it into yourself. Just reflect at the end of the day. I'm just like, wow, I've had a day. Just reflecting, watching a movie and just crashing out, man.
What do you do?
I go to the gym. I go to the gym quite a lot. Over the last year, I've really, really, really enjoyed it. What else? I used to go swimming a lot. Recently I've stopped though, but swimming used to be a good outlet for me. I be in the Lord's house, I go to church. So I'll probably say that they're my outlets. As well as, like you said, having things to look forward to. I think that's important. If it's a flight or if it's something else that I'm planning or something that I'm doing, or if it's an event that I'm going to, or meeting up with family. Yeah, I would say that they're my big outlets, and also catching up with friends.
Yes,
like
I love a good catch up.
For me, like that's a nice way to kind of make a hard week light. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. No, catching up with friends when you know you've scheduled a day, you know that you can get cute, get glad. But I also feel like this year especially, there's been a big shift, and I feel like it's still going on. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly the shift is, but I guess it's me stepping into like the woman that I really want to be. So this year I've really prioritized like being still and spending time with myself. I don't think I've struggled with spending time with myself, but I think more so being very intentional about how I spend time with myself, whether it's going out on a solo date, researching different things. So I'll say this year I've really tried to be more intentional about like what I want to achieve and how I'm going to achieve those things, and pouring into myself. I would say that's the theme for the year. And my word for the year is bold. I have to be bold this year. So what's your word for the year? Or your theme for the year?
What's your theme for the year? I don't know. I feel like my theme for the year was like rebranding. I feel like I'm rebranding myself definitely.
How?
In different ways, not only my physical appearance, my inner appearance. Working on myself, man. I feel like evolving is never ending. But I love the fact that you said bold. It's good. Take it, man. It's true. Take it.
No one is not coming to save you, and that's one thing I've learned. No one is coming to save you.
No,
if it's your dream, people are not coming to reach out and do it for you. And I think I've learned that about this process, because I've had issues with like my editor, finding time to schedule. But I realized if I don't put in the work and make the step, it's not gonna get done.
Because it's your dream.
It's my dream. It's not for everyone else to believe it.
That's your dream.
And it's like if you don't do it, people are not going to buy into it and see the vision for yourself. So I think for me, it's me seeing the vision first and understanding what my vision is, what I want to do with this, and the vision is to have authentic conversations with like-minded people, and that's why I think this conversation is just perfect to bring you guys in. So yeah, how for you? Do you have a theme for the year?
I would say similar to what Maya said. I would say like investing in myself, investing in. I won't say my brand. I don't know if I've reached that level yet where I'm building a brand and all of this stuff, but definitely investing in myself and putting myself out there to do things that I typically wouldn't do, and also just being very intentional about what I do as well, being consistent, whether it's even like for me on LinkedIn. I realised
LinkedIn babe.
I realised I've never posted anything on there, if you get what I mean. And I'm just like, well, if I want to be advancing in the corporate world or whatever, I need to start being active with those things. So it's just like being intentional about those types of stuff, and I think with being intentional, it's also being clear on what you're not going to accept and clear on what you're
boundaries
not going to do as well. So for me, this year especially, I found myself kind of saying no to certain things or not putting myself forward for certain things because I'm trying to navigate in a particular direction.
Yeah, and put you first.
Exactly.
It's a hard one. It's saying no, especially to the people that are close to you.
Especially when like you guys are saying that you like serving people.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can overextend
It's
yourself.
true, and I feel like I used to do that a lot, overextend myself. Let's say I would go to work, come back, book a client in, next day same thing, but I have to relax and be like, you if you're tired, don't burn yourself out. I remember back in the day when we know that we have a holiday to look forward to, we will be banging out shifts like as if we don't have it wasn't. The money's gone, but we were working tirelessly to make sure. But I'm glad. I don't regret the way I've hustled because it's made me who I am, and I know that okay, I can do this by myself. So I'm glad I had that example, being my mum, seeing her being able to make a lot of money with what she was doing and doing it by yourself as well, especially in a white man's country. It's not our country. So I feel like we've had the perfect head start, and without knowing, I feel like they've passed the baton on to us.
Oh, 100%.
Because now, I read, you sent me a TikTok when it's like we're now, but we are
parenting our parents.
Yeah, parenting our parents.
Yeah.
You even said it today that you were helping your mum with something.
Yeah.
I think if I was to call my mum right now, there's something that she needs help with.
100%.
And you too. I'm surprised your mum hasn't called you.
My kids don't do that.
I'm sure when they come up,
Did
it's
you?
like,
Wow. It's just interesting as well, like how they depend on us and we're their only girls. And yeah, God doesn't make any mistakes.
He doesn't,
He
no.
makes no mistakes. What do you see your future looking like? That's it. Favor.
Manifesting it,
it.
receiving it.
Amen.
All currencies.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done. What do you see, Rahel?
Definitely. But also peace, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, peace of
Peace.
mind. That's important for me as well.
I think
Yeah.
that's probably the most important.
Yeah. Anyone that can't, I'm sorry.
You can have money, no peace. You can have a relationship, no peace. The business, no peace. What's the point?
Exactly.
It's true. You said it. Peace. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
That's what you just want peace.
Yeah.
Then everything else will fall into place. Oh.
What about you?
Oh yeah, peace for sure. Peace for sure, and just joy. I was seeing that. Forget happiness. Joy is deeper because joy, it shows that, you know, no matter what, I'll be okay. And I think that's something I'm learning, because when I look back, I was like, oh well, I'm still here. Like, they didn't kill me. I survived. So surely good things are gonna come from this. So yeah, definitely joy. I just want to be able to float. I don't want to be limited to one thing, one location. Yeah, I want to be able to be free and literally just do what I want to do, even though it can be hard with like limiting beliefs sometimes. So I feel like it's something I'm still working on. It's something that you work on every day, just trying to block out those limiting beliefs. But yeah, I definitely want to look back and say, wow, Cathryn, you did that. Because there's already situations I can look back and say, you did that. So yeah, it's going to be constant.
And favour there.
Yeah,
say
definitely
favour as well.
favour.
Because
Yeah.
some places you don't qualify to be in, and God always positions you that, oh wow, you need to be in this space, or someone needs to say your name in this room.
Yeah.
So definitely favour.
And I think with this,
Yeah.
to be able to make it in such a way that doesn't stress me out.
Yes.
Oh, that requires putting a lot of things in place from now, honestly. Because I think the more money, more problems.
No, of course.
Yeah, more money, more problems.
Is that how you go? The
Oh.
bigger demons. Or
Oh gosh, let's get
It's
prepared.
crazy.
Let's get prepared. Can you say right now that you're happy?
I would say that I have joy. Happiness is dependent on something, but I have
Yeah,
joy.
you have joy.
I have joy. I'm very grateful for life, for my friends, for my family, for just the situation I'm in right now.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. It could be worse, but I have joy. I have joy.
Yeah, I would say, again, echoing what you said, I feel like I'm always copying. Joy for sure, but I'm content as well. Like, I'm grateful as well. Very, 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 very grateful. Grateful and content.
Yeah, I feel blessed. I feel like I'm definitely in a good mind frame. I'm working on everything, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Trying to be a better friend, better sister, better daughter, all round, a better Cathryn.
Love that.
So, I just want to say thank you guys so much, because you had to bring, Rahel had to bring her laptop, guys. Okay. Mami could be doing anything on her day off, but she decided to spend time with me. I booked today off, so it's fine. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, I wanted to say that I really do value and cherish both of you as my friends, and I feel like our journeys have been different, but I love the way it's grown. I love the way, no matter what, we always find ourselves back. with Rahel, we don't have to speak every day, but when we link up, it's a link.
That's my bedroom.
When we link up, it's a, like the time the people come and say, okay, guys, you want the bill. And with my Amir, just having someone that I can speak to every day is literally refreshing. She's basically my boyfriend. So.
It's gonna change soon.
But no, it wouldn't change. It would be there. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Love y'all.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.